The Model Samples is a 6-track sample-based groovebox, which means that all of your sound sources come from digital samples. There's no internal synthesizer like you would find on the Model Cycles, but you can use Melodics and manipulate samples in interesting ways. I want to cover some ways you can use Model Samples for the melodic parts of your tracks. Part of what makes the Model Sample so great is its simplicity. If you understand how each control affects the samples inside, you can begin to craft something unique from the stock sounds. First, let's load a melodic sample to track 1. And then select the Wave button. Select the Back button to get to the Factory menu. Then use the Data knob to scroll down to Miscellaneous and push in on the Data knob. Then scroll down to Melodics and push in once more. Now I can explore the melodic sounds of the Model Samples. You are never limited to these stock sounds, but I'm just going to use the stock factory sounds for now. Use the Data knob to scroll and use the trig keys to find a sound that you like. I'm looking for something with a lot of space, something close to a pad sound. There, I like that. Now push in on the data encoder to load the sample onto track 1. Since this is a sample of a synthesizer sound, you're limited to how much you can sculpt it. Let's start by rolling a bit of the high end off. I'm going to use the cutoff to control the filter frequency, and then add a bit of resonance. I want to also apply some delay and reverb. But now it needs some movement. The way I like to add movement with the Model Samples is to use the track's LFO. The Model Samples has a single LFO per track to add movement to all 6 tracks. Push the waveform icon to get to the LFO page. In here, I can select the LFO wave shape, the multiplier, destination, and the depth of the LFO. So let's go with a sine wave. I'm going to set the destination to resonance and add depth so we can hear it. Now we have some waviness. But maybe I can make it sound more like a tremolo effect by increasing the multiplier. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's record it in. Nice. Now I want to add a lead part here, but instead of using a full length sample like we used on track 1, I'm going to use a single cycle waveform, and there are several to choose from. So select track 2, select the wave button again and navigate back to the factory folder. Then scroll down to Waves, and then OSC for oscillators. Now when you first start browsing the sounds, you'll notice that it's just a click or a pop. That's because it's a single instance of a waveform. So what you need to do is select the loop button to hear that single cycle in repetition, like this. I like the sound, so let's select it. But it's a little low in pitch to be a lead, so I'm gonna turn the pitch up. Then I'm going to bring the decay of the amp down so it doesn't have such a long tail. Then add some reverb at the reverb send to give it some space. I also want to take out some of the low end and make it sound even more hollow. So I'll use cutoff to remove those low frequencies. And let's use another LFO. So I'm going to set the wave to envelope because I want to have a light attack on the performance. So set the destination to frequency and then go kind of light with the depth. I don't want the note to be totally choked. Cool, so now I can hit play, let the sequence run, and jam a little lead line on top of the pad. Let me pitch this down so I can get more of a range here. You're never limited to the sounds that come stock on the machine. Find your own sounds that you can affect to create new sounds and jam along to grooves on your model samples. If you have ideas for how to create unique sounds with samples, leave a comment so we can all try. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.